Hello, Crystal Coast, and anyone else watching on my platforms across the interwebs. This is Beach Bums Weather, and we're here looking at the hurricane season that just started yesterday and what we're looking at ahead. To get started, let's take a look at these water temperatures going on out there. And if you see, we're getting really warm in the Gulf and the Caribbean, and the Atlantic's starting to warm up pretty good too. 28, 29 degrees Celsius throughout the Gulf and the Caribbean. That's 82 to 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And we are looking between 27 and 28 degrees Celsius in the Atlantic. And that's 80 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. So these water temperatures are definitely ramping up, which is great fuel for a tropical system. Before we get into looking at the models today, here's a quick look at our storms that will be named this year. We got 21 names. Doesn't mean we're going to use all of them. Just remember that. And it doesn't mean all these storms that do get named are going to be severe. And it also does not mean all storms named will hit land. A lot will stay fish storms. Okay, with that being said, let's shoot on over here to the GFS. And just like last year, this year's the GFS model is really trying to say stuff's going to form that's not going to be there. Um, so none of the other models are showing this right now, and that's the same thing that GFS did last year. I know a lot of people are blaming it on budget cuts and blah blah blah. Honestly, it's doing nothing different than it did last year. Just being very aggressive. So let's go ahead and run through it. And this runs out about 300 something hours, runs out to June 14th. So here we go. Let's get started on today, June 8th, being June 2nd on Monday, 2025. Now you see we do got a lot of rain down in the Caribbean, the Gulf, down in South America, which there's a system over in the Pacific that has nothing to do with us over here in the Gulf and in the Atlantic. And now, as we can see right here, we have a low system forming down in the Caribbean. Um, Again, from what I've been looking at, and I'll show you here in a few minutes, none of the other models are showing this. The GFS is just being really aggressive right off the start this year. And there we see there it is would be a named storm there at 993 millibars. There's 992. And at 990 millibars, the GFS is showing this making landfall um, between the Texas and Louisiana border, somewhere in there. And there's at 987 millibars. So, yeah, if this scenario happened, you would be getting a hurricane coming in right here. But again, this is the GFS. It is being very aggressive. And at this point in time, no other models are showing this. Move it on through. Here we are at June 18th, which, couple weeks out, too far to tell anything, but still just some rain around the Atlantic, around the Gulf, and some rain in the Caribbean. Um, we might want to watch what the GFS shows on this storm later down the road, but at this point right here is nothing I'm concerned with, and I don't think too many other people are either. Let's take a look at the euro, and we are starting off on June 2nd, 2025. And as we can see, there's a lot of rain around Florida, going down south and down towards Cuba and all that. Some thunderstorms right around in here. Move it on out. We're at June 4th. We see some thunderstorms off the South Carolina coast, off Georgia coast, Florida coast, coming up towards North Carolina. But it looks like it's going to avoid North Carolina for the most part. Maybe some of that storm might skirt the Outer Banks, but like I said, it's just a thunderstorm. And there's a Euro ran out to June 8th, and nothing but rain so far that we're seeing. And I like that. Here we are at the CMC. Now the CMC is showing a low pressure forming right here off the South Carolina coast on June 5th. But as you see, it doesn't drop down far enough to be named. Just going to be some rain, thunderstorms possibly skirting the Carolina coast. June 10th. And here we are at June 12th at the end of the CNC model, and we are still looking pretty good as far as tropical storms go. Let's take a look at the icon. As we can see, starting off the icon, there is still all that rain around the Gulf, down in Florida, going south into Cuba. Here we are at June 5th, still not seeing too much, some rain. There's that low that the CMC showed forming off the Carolina coast. And as for now, up to June 10th, the icon is showing some rain, some thunderstorms, but no tropical activity, and that's good news. We're not getting an early start into this year's season, so that's real good news. So, as we can tell, looking back at the models, the GFS is being really aggressive. It did that last year. As of right now, pay no mind to it. So we have just a lot of rain down in the ocean. Some of us eastern states, southern, southeastern states are going to get wet, but we're not going to see a tropical system come in and mess up our daily lives for a little bit. With that being said, remember to follow me. If you don't follow me, that's fine. I'm not doing this for follows. I'm doing this for safety reasons, to make sure the information gets out to people that may not get it anywhere else. And so if you don't follow, that's fine. Just please pass on any information you hear that someone may need. With that being said, I hope all of you have a great day, and we will see you again tomorrow with another Beach Bums Weather Hurricane update. Have a great day.